life doesn't change when your situation changes. It changes when your attitude does. Now, in 1964, John Maxwell, the author of this book, was told by his basketball coach that he was going to make him the captain of the basketball team. He was very excited, but he also knew that he was not the best player on the team. And so he asked one very simple question: why? Of which his coach told him, John, you are the best, you're the player with the best attitude on the team. Now, fast forward to some few months later, he was named the citizen of the month in school. And when he asked again, the reason was same, his attitude. Now, after this, John Maxwell made a decision to always keep a positive attitude and use his attitude to influence people around him. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Review With Me podcast. I'm your host and your walk through reading coach, Mrs. Peace Town. I hope you've been able to watch the introduction to this new book. Trust me, if you want to make your day count, you don't want to miss any episode. Also, don't forget to tell us where you're watching from. Tag someone who you think needs to make their day count. Like, share, subscribe, and let's share it and make people know that their day can count. And if you're ready to go with me, please come right in as we walk straight into chapter 1 of Making Your Day Count. Chapter 1 is titled Attitude. So if you're ready, let's go straight in. Your attitude is a choice, and to make your day a masterpiece, then you must choose to have a great attitude. Like we say in this part of the world, Nigeria, nobody likes nonsense. Alright, so here is how to change your attitude for the better. Very quickly, let's hit it. Number 1, take responsibility for your attitude. Now, here, he told the story of himself and his wife. That's the author. His wife and his wife were invited for a conference where they were both meant to speak on different locations and to different sets of people. So, while he finished his session, he decided to take a stroll to where his wife, Mrs. Margaret, was also giving her own speech. And when he got there, he met her talking and he heard the question being thrown at her: does John make you happy? He was so happy and wanted to hear her response. Hence, he paused and she said, no. Oh man, he was shocked, he was saddened and disappointed. But then, as a person who is engaged or involved in personal development, you should be ready for every feedback, both negative or positive. So instead of walking away in anger, he paused to find out if she would throw more light to his statement. And then she responded, John is not responsible for my happiness. No one is responsible for my happiness. It is my job. It is not the job of John to make me happy. It is my job to make myself happy. And that is something that got him wowed, that his wife could actually learn this at that very young age in life. Now, it's high time people learn to take responsibility for their attitude. Take charge of your attitude. And if you have a bad attitude, work on it. Now, a lot of people say when somebody loves you, they will love all your rubbish. Nobody loves rubbish. Please, if you have a bad attitude, you know you have a bad attitude, work on it. I hear people say, my anger is very bad. You see, when I'm angry here, when my anger, I will break things. So you are proud of it. Like it's now like a medal. We should be giving you a medal for having a bad anger. We should be giving you a medal for having a bad attitude. Please. One of the best way to make your day count and to have a better attitude is to take responsibility for your attitude. Nobody, we said it in one of the books we reviewed, nobody has the right to make you do what you don't want to do. If you feel angry, it's because you chose to feel angry. If you feel sad, it's because you chose to feel sad. Because nobody controls your emotions but you. So please, decide to change the bad attitude areas. Everybody has bad attitude areas. All you need to do is look for them. All you need to do is take responsibility for it and work on it. Sorry, number 2. Decide to change your bad attitude areas. Yes, that's number 2. Look inward. Everybody has bad attitude areas. Everybody. There's nobody who doesn't have an area. That's why we're human. We are imperfect. But what we need to do is begin to look inwards. Find those your bad attitude areas and work on them. For everyone or every bad attitude area you discover, work on it intentionally. That's what personal development is all about. Be ready to stretch. Be ready to push yourself because growth is not easy. There's no growth that doesn't stretch you. Some people want to grow, but they don't want to be stretched. So let's look at a seed of beans being thrown into the soil. Now, when it's thrown into the soil, at first it begins to accumulate water. The water makes it expand, and then as it's expanding, it begins to break. That's stretching. And then some things, it begins to sprout. That's stretching. There's no growth that does not require stretch. So look for the areas of your bad attitude and work on each and every one of them. Now, this stretching of growth may be visible or invisible, so that you are not seeing it. As long as you are intentionally working on it, doesn't mean it is not working. There are things in your life that you can't choose. For example, you can't choose your parents, you can't choose where you were born, you can't choose which country you came from. But if there's one thing you can choose to have a good attitude. So it's a choice. So when I see somebody with a bad attitude, it's the choice the person made. It's not something that is or you cannot help yourself. It's the choice that person made. So to have a better day, look at the bad attitude areas and start working on them. Number 3, think, act, talk, and conduct yourself like the person you want to become. So everybody has an image of what they want to become. They have an idea of what they want to become. So you have to start thinking like that. You have to start acting like that. You have to conduct yourself in that area. Transformation usually takes time, and often it is barely noticeable by those who see you every time. So if somebody sees you every day, as long as you're working on improving yourself, they may not really notice it, but that's not it. You're not actually transforming yourself because of them. You're transforming yourself because of you. And so that's why when people tell me, okay, because you tell me to read, I will read. No, I don't need you to read because I tell you to read. I want you to read because you know that reading is what will help you improve yourself. Reading should become a part of your life. And that's the real transformation. You don't do things because someone else is watching, or you don't do things because you want someone else to notice. So that people around you may not really see what is going on, but it doesn't mean it is not happening. Why do we say read? Change starts with the mind. You always act out what you are thinking in your mind. So when you read, you actually take in new information, you take in accurate knowledge that you can use, and before you know what is happening, it begins to work out, it begins to show in your daily actions. So to change yourself, start with your mind. Believe it is possible to work towards yourself, work on yourself. Now, invest in knowledge. Read like your life depends on it. Read, and read. Because as you read, reading changes the way you think, and automatically it changes the things around you. Because when you change the way you think, it will begin to affect your action. And that's why we say think, act, and talk. So it starts with thinking. How do you change the way you think? By reading. So when you read, it changes the way you think, and then your thoughts begin to show forth in your words, and it begins to show in your actions. It begins to show in the way you conduct yourself. So if you're looking forward to personal development, if you want to build capacity, and you're thinking that somebody will have to come and tell you dress like this, no, it starts with reading. It starts with changing your mind. Alright, like there's an advert. I remember there was an advert that we used to watch when we were much younger. It's a Chinese or Japanese advert. Joshua Yoshkanai. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it properly, but the translation is good thinking, good product. Now that just explains everything here. You want good product, it starts with good thinking. And how do you get good thinking? By investing in knowledge. Now the next one, place high value on people. Valuing people is one of the secrets to maintaining a very good attitude. You don't treat people badly and have a great attitude. No, you can't treat people badly and say you have a great attitude, and you can't treat people well and say they'll tell you that you have a bad attitude. So when you value people, it actually helps your attitude. Valuing people leads to encouraging them, leads to looking out for the best in them, and trying to bring out the positive qualities. And all these things cannot be done by a person who has a bad attitude. You can't have a bad attitude and be ready to encourage somebody. And invite that person come and beg you. No. But when you have a good attitude, you actually look for the best in people. You always seek to encourage them. So one of the easiest ways to work on your attitude is beginning to learn to value people. The next one, develop a high appreciation for life. People who complain about everything never appreciate life, no matter how good it gets. See, happiness is something you decide ahead of time. You decide it. I think in this particular spot, he told the story of an old woman who was going to check herself into a nursing home. And when she went there, before they took her to her room, they said, all right, let me take you to your room. And she said, describe the room. And they said, your room has one window. It has this. And she said, oh, I love it. I'm so excited. And the person attending to her said, but madam, you haven't seen it. She said, that doesn't count. I choose to be happy. I choose to love it. That way, when I see it, whatever I see, I am already prepared for it. So you actually should develop a high appreciation for whatever lifestyle. There are a lot of people that complain a lot. Everything we complain, we never see anything good. I think 3 days ago I was talking to my husband and I asked him, I said, please, I need you to write down 10 things you are grateful for in today. And he wrote it down. Do you know now I need you to do that particular assessment. Just pick a pen and write 10 things you are grateful for in this day. Now you realize that there are some people that cannot even get up to 3. Why? Because they don't see anything good that has happened in the day. They complain and complain and complain over everything. To make your day count and to have a good attitude, we have to develop a high appreciation for life. Because appreciation isn't a matter of sophistication, it isn't a matter of taste, but a matter of perspective. We have to be grateful for the little things around us. Because when we learn to appreciate small things around us, then we will learn to appreciate the big things. Now, as we conclude, how then do we manage the discipline of attitude? We have to learn. Now, according to him, remember I told you in chapter 1, I said in the introduction, I said there are 12 daily dozens. So the first dozen is attitude. And for every dozen, there is a way to manage each one. So how do we do it? Number 1, recognize your attitude needs daily adjustment. So you have to recognize it every day, work on it. That's why it is very important we have a daily reflection at the end of the day. What happened today? What did I do? You recount your day and then know where your attitude needs adjustment, because your attitude will not take care of itself. You have to do something consciously about it. Number 2, find something in everything. It may not find something positive in everything. Now note that it may not be easy. There are some times where people are pushed to the wall, and at that point you're like, how do I find something positive? It may not be easy, but the truth is it is possible. It may just be, it's just like looking for a little ray of hope, a little ray of sunshine, in a dark tunnel. Once there is a glimmer of light, that on its own. So always try to find something positive in everything. That helps you keep a great attitude daily. The next one, find someone positive in every situation. Have an ally. Don't be around people who have bad attitude. Don't be around people who are complainers, who always complain. When you people sit down together, it's a comparison of complaints. It's a battle of complaints. Today, if you know what happened to me, your own is even small. If you know what happened to me, the two of you are here talking. If you know what I went through, I don't understand why you should be in that particular company. Please find an ally, somebody who has a positive attitude, and work with that. Find someone positive in every situation. Number 4, say something positive in every situation. Use positive words. Let's learn to use positive words, no matter how bad the situation is. Say something positive. Like my pastor David Ibrahim, my spiritual father, would say, when people are talking negatively about a place, use your mouth rightly. Tell yourself, this place will favor me. So for example, they are calling, this country don't suffer, this country don't spoil. No, you use this country will work for me. That's saying something positive. So always find something positive to say. That helps you keep the right attitude. Next one, remove negative words from your vocabulary. This actually follows the other points mentioned. If you're finding something positive to say, then you will consciously remove negative words from your vocabulary. And then finally, number 6, learn to express gratitude to others daily for little things. A little act of kindness. Someone adjusted for you to sit. Someone helped you with change. Someone did something for you. Learn to appreciate them. Learn to appreciate people daily. Show gratitude to people. Some people don't know how to show gratitude. They believe is their right. Is the mentality of what they call that mentality again? Entitlement mentality. So when somebody does something for them, they believe that it's their right for the person to do it to them. Nobody owes you any act of kindness. Nobody owes you that. So when people choose to be kind to you, learn to show gratitude to them. And at this point, we'll be drawing the curtain. And I'll be leaving you with another question. Where do you stand when it comes to attitude today? Have you made a decision to choose and display the right attitude? And if you have, which of the disciplines, amongst the disciplines, which of them, my coach will tell you, just pick one and run with it. Don't overwhelm yourself with plenty things. Don't say, I want to start doing all. Pick one. You know yourself. Pick one and work with it. So if you are going to work with one today, which discipline will you be working with? Thank you very much for staying with me. I hope you enjoyed this chapter 1. As we are aiming and working towards making our day count. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow. Invite someone and let's cultivate once again reading culture in our society. I'll be seeing you in our daily dosing number 2. I hope you will join me. Thank you very much.